Morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you're viewing this. My name is Mike. I am the Crypto Liberal. Thanks for joining me again today. If you find anything in this video that is worth your while, or you redeeming, or if you're just feeling generous, give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a comment, and tell me if you find anything in this video valuable. So not much change between yesterday when I made my video later in the day and today, right? The stock market isn't open. So that's the first thing I want to talk about is like the futures are going to open here in like 2-3 hours. So keep an eye on that, right? So we want to keep an eye on the futures for S&P, Dow, and NASDAQ when they open, and also the DXY. So if the DXY shows that it's going down tomorrow, or when the futures open, good for crypto, right? If the stock market continues this small little rally that it started on Friday, again, good for crypto. So keep an eye on that. First important thing to keep an eye on in the next few hours. As far as Bitcoin, it's 20,000 above, 20,000 below, up, above 20,000, below 20,000. It's not doing much. I mean, after Saturday's dump, Sunday's recovery, not doing much today. So we're slightly above 20,000, 20,100 right about now. Again, I'm not going to be excited until we get back above my support line here, right? That held for over a month until we finally broke it. Until we get back above this, I'm not going to get excited about Bitcoin. What I'm looking for is eventually, whenever it happens, Bitcoin comes up and challenges this line. It's now resistance. This is going to be tough resistance to break, I think. We'll see, but I think it's going to be tough resistance to break. I anticipate it coming up here at some point, bumping up against that resistance and getting rejected. Sorry, excuse me. And then so we'll get rejected and go back down for, I don't know how deep or how far or how long, but get rejected at least at our first challenge of that resistance line before breaking it. And it'll be kind of similar, I think, to this. So if we go back here, and hopefully it's not this prolonged, but this is the last time we were really below this center support resistance line. Sorry. Every time I start talking, for some reason, that COVID cough comes back. But what are we doing here? So back in May of last year, right, we broke below the center line that held as resistance up until a week ago, essentially. And we broke below it here, and we hung out here for 3 months. But this is a perfect illustration of what I think will happen, right? So in July of last year, end of July, we came up and tested that former support line as resistance. Got rejected, came down, but it was only for a week. Look at that, only for a week. Came down, and then we were above it, and we went to new all-time highs, 69,000. Well, that's kind of what I anticipate happening this time. Hopefully it doesn't take us 3 months to get back up and challenge this line, but I anticipate coming up, challenge that resistance line, get rejected before going back above it, and then using it as support. And that's when I will get excited about Bitcoin. Only then, because I don't know how low we're going to go, when we're going to start moving up. Hopefully it's only a few weeks, but it could be a few months. So that's what I'm looking for as far as Bitcoin. So today is Monday, right? Every week. So since I started this YouTube channel about 7 weeks ago now, like 7 weeks ago exactly, I've been telling you new money today put into Cardano ADA will outperform Ethereum and Bitcoin by the end of the year, a year from now, 5 years from now. And any new money put into Cardano and Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin by those same time frames. So every week, to prove it, right? My whole mantra on this channel is to prove it. I'm not just going to say it. I'm going to prove it to you. And either I'll be wrong or I'll be right. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it. I was wrong about that support line on Bitcoin holding. It's my big fail so far on this channel. Otherwise, everything else that I've kind of said on this channel is kind of held true. That was a big fail, but right, Cardano is killing everything else. And I didn't even say by now, I said by the end of the year. But so every week we put, to prove it to you, we put $100 into each of those coins. And I show you the price we're putting it in at, and I show you the results every week. And I post it on Twitter. Follow me at Twitter at crypto_liberal. I post what the price we're buying the new $100 at, and how much we're getting in each of those coins. And I post it on Twitter and I show it on YouTube. Here's what we're doing. So here's our results so far, right? So we put $600 into each of these, and they're all down, right? They're all down, but ADA is just killing Bitcoin and Ethereum, and and it's not even close, right? And I told you, new money put into ADA for the last seven weeks, really, new money put into ADA is going to outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it has. That's my number one coin. And so, right now we put $600 into ADA, and it's down to 527, so we've lost, $73. But look at how much we lost on Bitcoin. $600 into Bitcoin, lost $185, and Ethereum's even worse, right? But Ethereum is catching up to Bitcoin, and we'll talk about that in a second. So today we're going to put new money in. New money today, right? Monday we put it in. Every Monday we dollar cost average it. That's my second emphasis on this channel. Dollar cost average into the coins that will make the most money today. Not based on 7 months ago, today. And again, I say it's Ethereum over ADA, Ethereum ADA over, no, I'm screwing this up. Cardano ADA over Ethereum, and both of those over Bitcoin today, right? Not 7 months ago, maybe not 7 months from now, but today, ADA over Ethereum over Bitcoin. That's my order. So what price are we going to buy at today? Let's check it out. So today we're going to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin at $20,136.97, $100 worth of Ethereum at $1,103.29, and $100 worth of Cardano ADA at 48.64 cents, 0.4864 cents. Okay, got it? I will post that on Twitter, and we will follow along. And so we'll have $700 in each of those. Eventually they're going to be green. I have faith that eventually all of those will be in the green. Right now they're all in the red, but we're dollar cost averaging. We're lowering our entry price, right? Our entry point. Sorry. Man, I don't know how long this COVID cough will stick around. COVID 3 weeks ago, and I can't get rid of the damn cough. I feel great, but just every time I get excited and start talking, start coughing. So I apologize about that. So we're going to put another $100 in today, $700 in each of those, and we're going to track them. And by the end of the year, in my opinion, not financial advice, you need to do what you're going to do with your own financial situation. I'm just documenting my journey and telling you what I'm doing. But new money put into ADA will outperform Ethereum and Bitcoin by the end of the year, a year from now, 5 years from now. And ADA and Ethereum are going to outperform Bitcoin by those same time frames. So we'll see. ADA's already killing it. And speaking of ADA, right? I told you now 3 weeks ago, ADA was going to outperform. ADA was the most bullish chart in crypto. That's what I named it, right? The most bullish chart in crypto. And I told you the exact moment that it was going to happen. The exact moment. So check this out, right? We're going to go back and check out my charts because I love this chart and I'm still bullish on this chart. And we're going to talk about it until it's no longer bullish. But I look at the ADA BTC chart. I look at the Coinbase chart. I look at the weekly chart, right? So again, I'm going to remind everybody, for those that are new here, because I am getting new followers, almost daily. So pass me along to a friend of yours if you think that they would benefit from this content. But so for the new followers, I'm trading the weekly chart on ADA and Ethereum. I'm not trading the 15 hourly chart, the 4 hourly chart, the daily chart even. So this isn't a short-term trade. I'm not looking to get out of this trade in a week, 2 weeks, a month, maybe even 6 months. It might be a year. But so I want to, I'm not here to try to get in and out because you're going to get chopped up and you're going to end up losing. But so let's look at how this trade has worked out since I told you about it about 3 weeks ago now, almost exactly. So, right. Okay. So we have this downtrending, this descending wedge that starts way back here in August of last year, right? Way back in August of last year, the upper trend line starts. And, we've been going down and getting crushed. ADA's getting crushed against Bitcoin. But then this week right here, the week of May 30th, I told you all this was the most bullish chart in crypto. And I told you when it was bumping up against that down-sloping resistance line, that red line going down, I told you when one ADA was worth 0.000019 Bitcoin. And so this is the perfect opportunity again. The next week we had a slight little red week. but we settled right on top of that resistance line. Now it's support, right? And then last Sunday, a week ago from yesterday, we wicked down and perfectly tested that as that resistance line as support. And I got on, I made a special video that night when we were crashing below my Bitcoin resistance or support line. I said, I am moving almost all of my Bitcoin into ADA and Ethereum. I told you that night, and on a video, go back and look at it. It's documented, it's on video. And I said, because this is the perfect opportunity. And again, we were at 0.000019 Bitcoin. And right now, look at that. We're at 0.00002424 Bitcoin. What kind of return is that? If it was 3 weeks ago when you got in with me, right? Or last Sunday night when I moved almost all of my Bitcoin out of Bitcoin into, and it turned it into ADA and Ethereum and mostly ADA, again at 0.000019. If you listened, if you had gone into those trades with me, that's I think it's about a 27, 28% return as of now. 27, 28% return. So I took, if it was just one Bitcoin, let's say, if you had followed me in with one Bitcoin, you will have turned one Bitcoin into 1.2728 Bitcoin. Or if you had done two Bitcoin, you've turned it into 2.54 Bitcoin, 2.5 Bitcoin. And that's without putting new money into the game. That's without trading on leverage. You can play this game, right? If you just got your money in already, let's say you got your money in already, you can increase your Bitcoin just by playing the game, playing the charts. And that's my goal on this channel, is to show you, right, when to jump into ADA, when to jump into Ethereum. At the opportune times, you can increase your sats. And if that's your goal, ultimate goal is to increase your sats, you can do it without putting new money in, without risking new money in this god-awful market, right? Without risking new money or trading on leverage. Don't ever trade on leverage. And I won't give you my spiel on that today, but don't trade on leverage. But you can increase your sats still by just playing the game, playing the charts, knowing when to get out of Bitcoin and put it into alts, knowing when to get out of alts and put it back into Bitcoin to protect those sats. So that's my goal. If you appreciate that, give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a comment, and let me know that you're finding value in this. So again, on the chart, right? I'm not settling here. Now I have my first resistance line here, that blue line, and that's at 0.00002553 Bitcoin. Now, you can see where that comes from. You know, this week of March 28th, March 21st, March or April 4th, right? We settled. We were getting crushed, right? All these weeks back here, we were getting crushed. Came down. We had a little relief rally, but we got rejected right on that blue line. So that's the first opportunity you might want to, if you're in this trade with me, you might want to take some off the table. I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not. But you know, you need to again do what's right for you. I'm waiting with a majority of it. I might take some out before this, depending on circumstances. But I'm waiting with a majority of it to get up to here, where we started this descent at 0.00006 Bitcoin. A 3x. A 3x. That's what I'm waiting for. Now, hey, it might not happen. I might be wrong. I might be completely wrong. Bitcoin might just crush ADA at this point. I don't think it's going to happen. I think I'm waiting for that 3x, meaning one Bitcoin turns into 3, 2 Bitcoin turns into 6, 3 Bitcoin turns into 9. You could do the math, right? And it's not going to, again, it's not going to happen next week, and not next month, not, probably not 6 months from now. It's a long-term play. It might be 10 months, might be a year, maybe longer. But if I 3x my Bitcoin, it's worth it, right? It's worth it. So that's what I'm doing on ADA. If you appreciate that, give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a comment, because we are killing it. 28% return if you jumped in when I first jumped in with new money, right? That was 3 weeks ago. Or if you took your Bitcoin out, put it into ADA, that was I told you I was doing that a week ago. It's a 28% return in a week. In a week. No new money. No leverage. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay. So the second most bullish chart in crypto. I told you about this one. Again, and the beauty about this, right? I told you right at the perfect opportunity. Right here. Right before these giant green candles. The one giant green candle. We're starting another one maybe here. Oh, and the other thing I want to say is, because this is a long-term play, And if you are in it for, if you jumped in with me, or what I'm expecting, right? I'm in it. It's not going to be a green every week until we get to my 3x goal. It's not. There's going to be red weeks in there. It might be multiple red weeks in there. It might be 2, 3 red weeks in a row in there where Bitcoin just goes on a tear. But I'm not going to be worried about that. And maybe there will be a time to be worried about it. And maybe there will be a time to jump out of the trade and get back into Bitcoin. But so I'm telling you right now, if you see a red week at some point, don't get scared if you're in this trade with me. I'll I'm not giving you financial advice, but expect red weeks against Bitcoin. And I'm playing the long game. So again, I'm just documenting my journey. You need to do what's right for you. Anyway, so let's go to the second most bullish chart in crypto. My ETH chart. ETH. And I brought this one to you a week ago. And we're doing it again on Coinbase, and I'm doing the weekly. Okay? So again, this is not a short-term trade. It's a long-term trade. And again, I didn't tell you back here. It wasn't ripe yet. I didn't tell you the week of May 9th. Look at it. I didn't tell you the week of May 23rd. I told you this week. Well, I guess it's, 2 weekly candles ago. The week of June 6th, right? Right when we were when one Ethereum was 0.052 Bitcoin. Right when we were coming down to this resistance or support line. Again, this support line goes back 18 months to 2020, December of 2020. 18 months, this support line is held. And I told you, I'm looking for it to hold here at 0.052 Bitcoin. And it did. And then last week we had a green candle. We wicked well below it, right? I was losing on this trade after I told you about it. We were losing on it, but we ended up, and we're up even more. Now we're at 0.05526. When I calculated it earlier, right? That's a 5% return in a week against Bitcoin. And it's higher now than when I calculated. So it might be 6%, 7%, I don't know. In a week. Again, so 1 Bitcoin turns into 1.05 Bitcoin. If I've increased my Bitcoin shares or sats. And that's without new money and without trading on leverage. I've increased my sats just by moving Bitcoin into Ethereum, just by moving Bitcoin into ADA. Right? You can play the game. It's not that hard. Now again, I'm not settling for a 5% return in a week on Ethereum. What I'm looking for, I showed you the support of this, right? But look at this resistance up here. It's an ascending triangle. Yeah, perfect resistance. We were up above it for a week or so here, not quite a week it looks like. But this, and then after we came back below it, we tested again as resistance. It's perfect resistance. But if we can go from this support line down here all the way up back to this resistance line at 0.07679 Bitcoin, or approximately thereof, what kind of return is that? That's almost a 50% return. Meaning 1 Bitcoin, if you had followed me in last week when I told you this, last Sunday night, a week ago, right? 1 Bitcoin, if you follow me in and we get to those levels, 1 Bitcoin turns into 1.5 Bitcoin. 2 Bitcoin turns into 3 Bitcoin without new money in the game, without using leverage. Don't trade on leverage. You can increase your sats without trading on leverage. It's magic. It's magic. You don't have to risk your hard-earned money that somebody with better tools, more money, more time, higher risk tolerance than you, they will take your money if you're trading on leverage. They can't take your money. They can't take your coins if you're just going back and forth in between the two, right? If you take it from Bitcoin and put it in Ethereum and you're not trading on leverage, the worst that's going to come out is Bitcoin's going to skyrocket and you're going to lose money against Bitcoin. That's the worst that's going to happen. You're not going to lose, your entire amount of Ethereum because you're not trading on leverage. So this game you can play and increase your sats without even having to put new money in, without even having to trade on leverage. Don't follow these crypto influencers who are trying to make money off of you using their link, get a kickback from the exchange, and it's all off of your back, off of your hard-earned money. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'll never do that. I'll never have you click a link so I can get a kickback. I don't want it. I don't need it. Use your hard-earned money to work for you, right? not for these crypto influencers who are trying to get you to click their link. Again, Ethereum, right? I'm waiting until it gets back up to here. Now, I could be wrong. This is not financial advice. You got to do what you got to do for your own with your own financial situation, based on your own risk tolerance, based on the funds that you need to live and invest, right? So do what's right for you. I'm just documenting my journey for you to see. So that's it. That's it. So let's look at the, see if we're above or below 20,000 at this point, because it's just been going back and forth on Bitcoin. So oh wait, I wanted to show you one more chart actually. Now here's my example of not bringing things to you too early, right? So I keep track of other ones. Now here's the link, chain link. Again, Coinbase, and I want to use the weekly, right? I'm not bringing charts. I'm not in Chainlink right now, not at all. And again, I'm not bringing things to you too early. I don't want to bring things to the channel early. I'm just using this as an example. See, this is a descending wedge. Keeping track of it. Again, this kind of looks like the ADA chart, not as drastic of a descending wedge as the ADA chart, but it's a descending wedge. Look, and we're below it, right? I didn't want you to trade it when we were testing support, and I didn't bring it to the channel. I haven't talked about this on the channel at all, right? We were testing support. We broke below it. Not good. Broke below it. We're back in it, but it's still not. I still don't think it's time to trade. There's a lot of time before we get to the apex of this. I have to drag out these lines, but I mean, it's like, we're in November, December here before we even come close to the apex. And so I'm keeping track of this until maybe we get back up to this resistance line, and we'll see. We'll see if we ever can get above it, break it, and hold it as support. Then it might be time to get into Chainlink, but it's not now, okay? Not now. So if you appreciate that, if you appreciate me not bringing things to this channel that aren't ripe, I've been saying that for a few days now. I'm trying to only bring things that are ripe for a perfect opportunity to make some, turn some existing Bitcoin into more sats for your future. So if you appreciate that, give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a comment. So let's just look at, I want to see if, before we sign off here, how Bitcoin is doing on for above or below 20,000, because I have no idea where it's going. I don't know if we're going to go lower. I don't know if we're going to go higher. I like the daily on the Bitcoin. So we're above 20,000, 20,160. That's right where we finished Friday. I think maybe we finished Friday like 20,300 or something like that. Right where we finished Friday. So nothing has changed in 3 days. We need to get above that, my former support line. Now it's going to be big resistance. We will get rejected off that line, I think, right? And we're not just going to break through first opportunity. So, but it will be nice if we can get back up there soon. I would love it. So we'll see. We just got to keep monitoring it. But if you appreciate this, if you're in ADA with me, if you're in Ethereum with me, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Let's keep documenting our journey. Follow me on Twitter, where I will post the new amounts that we got in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and ADA, and we're going to keep tracking those. We'll have $700 in each, and again, by the end of the year, a year from now, 5 years from now, new money put into ADA, in my opinion, is going to outpace Ethereum and Bitcoin. We'll see. I'm tracking it. I'm showing my work, all for you, right? I want to show my work for you, and hopefully it works out. Maybe I'll be wrong. So, not financial advice. You got to do what you got to do for your own financial benefit, right? That's it. I love you. Thanks for joining. I hope you have a great evening, and keep an eye open for the stock market futures and the DXY, and see where they open in a few hours here. And that will kind of hopefully guide our journey this week. Peace and love. My name is Mike. I am the Crypto Liberal. Good night.